we need to talk about something that's been bothering fans for years, and it's only getting more noticeable with time. We all know Beyonce and Jay-Z are one of the most powerful celebrity couples in the world, and their family has always been the subject of public fascination. From the moment Blue Ivy was born, the spotlight was on her, and as she's grown up, she's leaned into it. She's danced on stadium stages during sold-out tours, made Grammy appearances, and even earned credits on her mom's albums. Blue's been groomed for the spotlight. That much is clear. And now their other daughter, Rumi, is starting to emerge into the public eye, appearing at events and even joining her sister and mother on stage. But with all this attention on the Carter girls, there's one family member we hardly, if ever, see Sir Carter. It's been years since the twins were born, and yet Sir remains the invisible child. No concert appearances, no paparazzi sightings, no red carpet moments, not even a blurry cameo in the background of a family picture. And for fans who follow Beyonce's life closely, that absence is starting to feel not just intentional, but suspicious. People are wondering, what's really going on with Sir Carter? Let's start with what we do see. Blue Ivy is thriving in the public eye. She's talented, she's poised, and at just 13 years old, she's already making major moves. Beyonce has spoken about how much Blue wanted to perform, how she trained for it, practiced for it, and earned her place on stage. So when fans saw her dancing to Deja Vu during Beyonce's Renaissance tour, it wasn't some forced moment. It was Blue stepping into her own spotlight. Meanwhile, little Rumi has started to pop up more and more. We've seen her at the Super Bowl, in family outings, and even getting a little moment on stage. She's charming and seems comfortable in front of the cameras. Even though there was a moment during one of her appearances when she started crying unexpectedly, leading people online to wonder if she might be overstimulated or dealing with sensory issues. That moment led to a wave of online speculation that Rumi could be on the autism spectrum, with fans alleging that Beyoncé may be paying staff to help manage her behavior in public settings just to ensure everything stays picture perfect. Whether or not that's true, the fact is, Rumi is still being seen. Blue Ivy is everywhere. But Sir Carter, he's not just absent. It's like he never existed in the public eye at all. And that's where things start to get really complicated. Fans have noticed that Sir has been missing from just about every major family moment that's played out publicly. He wasn't at the Renaissance tour, even backstage. No candid photos, no behind-the-scenes footage, no paparazzi shots. Not a single picture of him at any public event. In fact, many fans can count on one hand the number of times they've seen him since he was born. And when people see that kind of consistent absence, they start to speculate. Online, there's been growing chatter that Sir Carter may be facing health or developmental challenges, possibly autism, Down syndrome, or other neurodivergent conditions. And because there's been no official word from Beyonce or Jay-Z about his condition or his whereabouts, fans are left to piece together a narrative based on hearsay, speculation, and the rare breadcrumbs the Carters leave behind. Now let's be real, the internet doesn't hold back. Every time a blurry image or rare photo of Sir emerges, people jump into full-on medical diagnosis mode. They analyze his posture, his facial expressions, his eye contact, and draw conclusions that range from thoughtful to downright offensive. He's been diagnosed by online strangers with autism, OCD, ADHD, and Down syndrome, all without any confirmation or clarity from his family. There was even a viral tweet claiming that Sir Carter clearly has Down syndrome, and that's why Beyonce keeps him away from the public. And then there's the uglier side of this conversation, the cruel and ableist rhetoric that's been thrown around. Some people have made comments saying that Sir doesn't even go to school because of his condition. Others have accused Beyonce of being ashamed of her son and purposely hiding him because he doesn't fit the brand. It's a harsh accusation, and if there's even a shred of truth to it, it opens up a massive conversation about how celebrities present their families and how much pressure they feel to maintain a certain image. What's even more disturbing is that it's not just internet trolls talking about Sir. Some celebrities have added fuel to the fire. Azealia Banks, known for her wild rants, but also her eerie accuracy, once called out Beyonce on social media, saying, "Stop hiding your son from the world, sis. People will find out sooner or later, and you're really gonna look like a piece of ish for being ashamed of your own child." Her words were harsh, but they struck a nerve. And then there's Hazel E., who appeared on Tasha K's platform and said Beyonce needs to stop pretending everything is fine and be a voice for whatever spectrum her child may be on. And then we come to Kanye West, who took things to an entirely different level of vile. In one of his more disturbing online outbursts, Kanye posted that the twins were mentally or worded, mocking not only their rumored disabilities, but also the circumstances of their birth. He made disgusting comments about artificial insemination and implied that having children with disabilities was a choice. After backlash, he deleted the post, but not out of regret. He said he only took it down because his Twitter account was at risk. And to make matters worse, he followed up with a joke. "I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it?" It was offensive, unnecessary, and deeply disrespectful, not just to the Carters, but to all families of children with disabilities. To be fair, Beyoncé has never completely ignored Sir's existence. In a rare moment of vulnerability, she once opened up about her pregnancy and how difficult it was. She revealed that during her delivery, one of the twins' heartbeats stopped multiple times. She underwent an emergency C-section and dealt with serious health complications, including high blood pressure and preeclampsia. While she never said which twin was affected, many believe it was Sir. Some internet sleuths and medical-minded fans have speculated that those birth complications may have caused long-term developmental delays, and that this is why he doesn't appear in public. Beyoncé did once say in an interview that Sir isn't interested in the spotlight, doesn't enjoy large crowds, and prefers staying home reading. She described him as quiet and laid back, and her mother Tina Knowles echoed the same sentiments, saying Sir is brilliant but doesn't have the same performance drive as his sisters. But is that the full story, or is it just the version Beyoncé feels safe sharing? Meanwhile, let's talk about Blue Ivy again. There's a whole other conversation happening around her too. Some sources have claimed that Beyoncé's glam team works overtime to make Blue appear more like her mom, and less like her dad. There's been talk that she's hyper-aware of how the public views her, and even rumors that she may be pushed toward plastic surgery once she's of age. It's a lot of pressure for a 13-year-old girl. She's expected to carry on a billion-dollar family legacy, look perfect in every photo, and perform like a pro. Some people see this and question whether Beyoncé is turning her kids into brand ambassadors instead of letting them just be kids. Jaguar Wright, another industry voice who's been outspoken for years, went as far as saying Blue Ivy is being groomed to replace Beyoncé, and criticized her for never having a real childhood. She compared Blue's situation to Michael Jackson, saying the industry is stealing these kids' innocence for the sake of fame and control. All of this brings us to a bigger, more uncomfortable question. Is Beyoncé protecting her son from a cruel, judgmental world, or is she erasing him from the narrative to maintain a pristine family image? Is Sir's absence a form of maternal protection? Or is it about control, branding, and fear of public perception? Fans have said repeatedly, if Sir has special needs, that's okay. That doesn't make him any less worthy of being seen, loved, and celebrated. In fact, Beyoncé could be a powerful advocate for children with developmental challenges. But instead, the silence only deepens the speculation, and the rumors continue to grow. At the end of the day, we may never know the full story unless Beyoncé chooses to share it. But in a world where every move is analyzed and every child becomes part of a celebrity brand, we need to ask ourselves what's really fair. Are we expecting too much transparency? Or is it fair to hold celebrities accountable when their silence leads to stigma? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe Sir Carter has a condition that the family is hiding? Do you think Beyoncé is protecting him or preserving an image? Let's keep the conversation respectful, especially when we're talking about children.